Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah ta'ala, he says, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ قَدْ يَأْتِيكَ عِنْدَ إِرَادَةِ عَمَلِ الْخَيْرِ فَيَقُولُ لَكَ إِنَّكَ إِنَّمَا تَعْمَلْ هَذَا رِيَاءً. That when a person desires to do righteous deeds, and he has an intention to do something for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, what happens? The shaitan will come to you. The shaitan will come to you and he will say to you, he will whisper to you, you are only doing this riya'an. You are only doing this deed to show off. The reason that you are performing salah, the reason that you are fasting, you are giving charity, is to show off. Because shaitan, remember, is an expert. Shaitan is an expert, he's a faqih. He's a greater scholar of this deen than all of us. But he's a scholar with only evil intention. He only has evil intentions. So he knows exactly how to manipulate each person. So when he finds a person coming towards deeds, a person is striving towards, performing righteous deeds for the sake of Allah, how does he deter that person? How does he turn him away from those deeds? He comes and he says to you, you're doing this to show off. And so what do? Let me rather not do this deed, because I don't want to show off. I know that showing off is a major sin. Showing off is minor shirk. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam described it as the hidden shirk, the minor shirk. So it's something major. So one of the ways he prevents us from khair, from doing goodness, is that he tells us, he whispers to us, you are doing this to show off. You are doing this seeking a reputation, sum'ah. But the Shaykh, he says, لا تلتفت إلى هذا. Don't pay attention to this. بل اعمل. But rather continue doing your deed. Don't let this deter you. Whether you're getting this waswasa or not. Focus on, I'm doing this for the sake of Allah. Block out the waswasa and do your righteous deeds. Because this is a form of waswasa. This is a form of wiswas. This whispers that comes from the shaitan, this is one of his tactics. And one of the ways that he deters the slave from righteous deeds is that he throws at them what? That you are doing this riya'an. You are not doing this for the sake of Allah. So the believer has to firstly focus on his niyyah. You have to bring that niyyah forth, as we explained in the previous lessons. Once you focused your mind that I'm doing this for the sake of Allah, any wiswas that comes after this, do not pay attention to it. Block it out completely and just do your righteous deeds. One of the ways to prevent waswasa from becoming compulsive, because waswasa, it's like a door that you open. Once you open that door and you allow the shaitan to come in, and you keep paying attention to doubts, and he says to you this, and you, okay, that's a doubt, I need to take wudu again. Okay, perhaps I didn't wash my arms properly, let me do wudu again. And then it's your ghusl, then you do ghusl again. In medical terms, they refer to this as OCD. A person becomes obsessive and compulsive. We call this waswasa. It's the shaitan that is deterring you from righteous deeds. And he's trying to put you off your worship in any way possible. So you find people becoming so excessive, repeating the salah over and over and over, repeating the wudu over and over and over, washing themselves again and again and again, ghusl again and again and again. And the more you do this, the worse the waswasa will become. Because once you open the door, it comes and it will just get worse and worse. So what's the key? The key is to block it out and ignore. Focus on what you are doing and ignore the waswasa. A form of this wasa is what the Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah has just mentioned, which is, he will come to you and say to you, you are showing off. He will come to you and saying to you, you have no ikhlas. His tactic is what? Is to put you off your righteous deeds. Is to make you doubt every deed until you give up your deeds. So pay attention to this. At the same time, pay attention to focusing on your niyyah. Make it for the sake of Allah. Block out whatever thoughts that you have towards the people. Seek Allah's reward. Seek Allah's pleasure. seek to get closer to Allah Azza wa Jal, and just continue doing your deeds, bi'idhni ta'ala. Tomorrow, inshallah, we will start hadith number 1, which is part of our chapter number 1, which the author, as we said, the author, he brings us chapter, ayat, and then the ahadith. So we've covered the verses. Tomorrow, bi'idhnillah, we will start with hadith number 1, inshallah ta'ala. Sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.